everybody. How are you guys, my fellow tomato heads and my friends? Thank you for your patience. It has been over a month since I've been able to do the show for a variety of reasons. Haven't been feeling well. Last week we had an extended family vacation, which was really nice down in the Outer Banks, celebrating my mom's 80th birthday, and so yeah, it was really special. My sister's family, my whole family except for Riley, who's still Cinderella on the Disney Magic cruise ship. But everybody else, I actually took one of her headshots. She's an actress, so they have headshots, like 8x10 headshots. I put it in a frame, and we had a photographer come and take like an entire family photo. And while I thought our family of four would be creepy, holding up just Riley, you know, you just never know when it will be the last time everybody gets together. So I held up a framed photo of Riley. So we're missing her. And I've missed you guys so much. I feel like my week is just not right without Lauren's tomato awesome sauce. I'm not going to lie, I'm not feeling that great right now, but got to make do with what you can do, right? Just kind of a PSA, though, I get tremors pretty significantly. A lot of times they don't start until the night, but to me, they started early today. So it does make it a little more challenging for me to read. So I will still try to get to as many comments as possible. But if I don't, or if I'm just wacky, that's why. I mean, I'm wacky in general, but that is why. So got to make do with what we can do. This flare will end eventually, and I'm having some good days mixed in there. So it's still not as bad as it used to be for me. So I will definitely take it. But gosh, it's a month later. Tomato season is well underway for many of us. I know on the other side of the world, your tomato season just wrapped up. But for many of us in the group, by the way, I run a group on Facebook called Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. I run it with Jen Joy and Kina Tonarood. And what's the day? I think we started the group like just around 2 years ago. I forget the date. Was it July 13th? I don't remember, but we're just about 2 years old. We just reached a milestone of, we hit 8,000 members a week or two ago. We're already at 8,300 something. But if you aren't a member of our collective, I encourage you to join. Even if you hate Facebook, join Facebook or go on Facebook just to be a member of our group. We really appeal to the beginning grower, somebody just getting started, somebody who hasn't started but are curious about what all the fuss is about. You may be a little bit alarmed by my behavior when I'm talking about tomatoes. I hate to send you running the other direction, but trust me, we have so much fun. And you'll see from the comments here in the group that it's a great 90 minutes or so that we get to spend together, and we talk about tomatoes and have fun. And today's kind of a historic day for me. I have some tomatoes. Nothing big yet, but I'm actually going to taste with you all. This is Micro Wine by Lucas Wallman. So I'll show you a picture of what my plant looks like in a minute. And I've talked about this before, but I pick most of my tomatoes at first blush, and then allow it to continue ripening on the counter. So this one is Jack in a Box by Dean's, which probably, I use these green stickers to make sure I know. Trust me, I know with only 4 tomatoes, I know exactly what this is, but once the season gets underway, it can get confusing, especially if you grow a lot of things that look the same. Like for me, tricolors and green when ripe, there are a dime a dozen in my grow list. So, but I use they're removable stickers from Chroma Label or something. I get them on Amazon. But anyway, this is Jack in a Box. This is Dean Slater's version. Dwarf plant potato leaf variegated. I didn't even know this was turning. I went out to the garden yesterday and I saw there's another one out there too. And I'm like, oh, exciting. And then this one still needs to ripen a little bit, but this is burnt sugar. And I didn't know this was turning either. I kind of had a feeling this would be one of the early ones. This will get more of a chocolate within the next day or two, but the top is a little soft, and that's usually the giveaway, but I'm still going to wait a day or two. But I had to get them, put them on my counter before any pests get to them. And for me, and I've done tests with my refractometer and all that, I don't see any difference in keeping them on the vine versus picking at first blush. But that's a personal preference. Not everybody feels that way. And so that's okay. Gosh, before I get too far behind, let's get to some comments. Well, Sherman was here 6 hours ago. Hey, Sherman. So excited to have you streaming again. We've missed you. Hope your vacation was super relaxing. Ah, nice to see you. Nice to see you, my friend. Hey, Jamie. Still off from school right now. So excited for today's show. I've missed you, Lauren, and all my wonderful friends. I've missed you guys so much. I've missed the show so much. I was actually like half the varieties I'm talking about today. I'll start probably tomorrow if I see a variety that comes across my radar that I want to talk about. I will add it to, I keep them in a Google Docs. And so I had started, I think it was June 26th was supposed to be my last show, and I ended up canceling. So I don't know if it was quite 5, but the first couple of here were supposed to be then, but I miss doing the research. Most of what I show are actually things that I have in my possession. Not everything, but a lot of them are. Confusion. I have a desk over here, which I won't show you, but it is piled with seeds from various vendors and all that. And so I'll kind of use Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce to get an excuse to log these onto my Google Sheets. And so a lot of what I show you, I've done the research already, or I do the research for the show, and then I plug it into my spreadsheet. Sometimes I do a most wanted of something I'm really looking for. I don't have one of those today. But I do have a lot of most wanted. Just like you guys, if you join Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, we have something called Seed Seeking Saturday, where you can list up to 5 varieties that you're seeking each week. No, I'm sorry, not each. Yeah, each Saturday. Each Saturday you can keep repeating until you find them. You can add new ones each week. It's up to you. We also have an ongoing number 1 most wanted list. So there's always opportunities to seek any seeds for any varieties that have caught your eye. Perhaps, I do recommend that people watch with a notebook and pen, because I may just show you something that you would like to put in Seed Seeking Saturday in 2 days. So I encourage you to do that. All right, let's get to some more comments. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. Hi, Nicole. Yes, I hope everybody, I started saying we're well underway. I see many of you down in the not New Jersey, South United States, who have been cranking out tomatoes already. It's still a bit early for me for like the slicers and stuff, but I was very surprised by these. Jen actually gave me the plant for this Jack-in-a-Box. I'm growing another Jack-in-a-Box that is not a dwarf and not a potato leaf and not Dean Slater's. So I'll have to see how those compare. But I had a feeling, like I said, I had a feeling the burnt sugar would be one of the early ones. So I'm excited. And my little counter I'm going to eat 2 of the micro wines, but my little counter will fill up before we know it. But I am uber excited to taste my first homegrown tomato of the year this year. I've had some varieties like determinates that have ripened right around the 4th of July, but I didn't do any of those this year. So, yeah, I'm excited. Hey, blah, blah. Thanks for being here. Hey, Mayor from afar, looking forward to some awesome sauce. That reminds me. So, because I've had tremors for the past 6 to 8 weeks or so, it has been making filling seed wishes and prizes a little more challenging for me. Believe me, you don't want somebody filling your seed wishes. This it gets even worse than this. Plus, like I said, reading and writing can be a challenge. I did have a good afternoon yesterday. I got to a bunch of you yesterday afternoon, but please have no fear if I still owe you, unless you're waiting to plant something. You're waiting on me to plant something. I'm just about done with the last stamp offer that I did. And then the rest are prizes. And I promise you, I keep very, very good notes. So I will get to you. I've written to many of you. I appreciate your patience. These things happen. We can only do what we can do, right? Mayor from afar, I think you're one of those. That's why I thought of it. Hey, Leslie. Happy to be back. Hope all your gardens are going well. Yeah, how is everybody's gardens looking? Hey, Linda. Linda's garden is looking good. I know she's been sending me photos of things that she's had ripening. She sent a photo to me and Kina yesterday of the variety named after Kina. And it's very different from what is in the photo on Tomato Eden. But it is gorgeous. And then Jen sent us a picture today. She finally got some Kinas. When I say finally, she tried to grow it, or she did grow it indoors over the winter, and she couldn't get it to fruit. Kina can be a drama queen, as it turns out. I finally have some flowers on mine, no fruit yet. But Jennifer has a lot of fruit. Lauren has 1 or 2. And if any of you are growing Lauren, Kina, Jennifer, or any one of those, you would notice that Kina has more chartreuse leaves. Really, really pretty. So that's exciting that somebody's finally getting tomatoes from it, and pretty ones at that. Hi, Heidi. Hope everyone's well. Hi, Rebecca Wood. Thanks for joining us. Oh, goodness. How did I get this far without talking about our sponsors for today? Inspired Garden Life, Tim and Darylyn, they're sponsoring this show and the prizes. In fact, it was last month. We do this normally on the first Thursday of each month. But since I was away last week for the first Thursday, we're doing it this Thursday. They're giving away 5 t-shirts and 3 $25 gift cards to their shop. Let me show you. They were kind enough to make a slideshow. Nope, that's not it. A slideshow for me, and I appreciate that. I think I saw your name in here, Tim. They have a new summer collections. By the way, this shirt is one of theirs. This is one of their regular tanks, not the racerback. It's so pretty. I just love their stuff. Whether you love tomatoes, I mean, if you're watching the show, you probably love tomatoes, but if you also, they have a bunch of new birding ones that are out, and just, being a seed hoarder and nature lover. So you want to check out their shop there at inspiredgardenlife.com. And they've got a new collection, their Heritage Gardens collection. Our Heritage Garden collection celebrates the gardeners who shaped America, from Washington's Mount Vernon to Victory Gardens, honoring the patriots who understood that true independence grows from the ground up. I love that. And they've got summer savings right now. $3 off of short sleeve tees. Buy 3 and get 1 free. And the last show I announced that they had a 15% off coupon code just for us, TLC 15, but they have now upped that indefinitely to 20% off. And that code is TLC 20. So I will remind you guys of this as we go around. But please type in #tomato if you would like to win either a free t-shirt or one of the $25 gift cards. Thank you, Tim and Darylyn. Thank you so much for your generosity. I'm so happy that you've worked with so many of us here, my viewers and followers and or members of the group, that everybody knows what special people you guys are. I don't have to just keep saying they're so great, because everybody knows you're great. I love you both very much. So thank you for your generosity each month. I mean, this goes beyond generous. The Garden Life, our Summer Garden Life series, captures the whimsical spirit of everyday garden moments through charming illustrations and relatable humor. From cardinal companions to heirloom treasures, these designs celebrate the simple joys that make gardening life beautifully authentic and wonderfully weird. You have a way with words, for sure. And here they are, Tim and Darylyn. Spin to win, first Thursday monthly spin to win on Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce live streams. Free shirts, gift cards, and surprise giveaways for lucky viewers. And like I said, this month they're giving away 5 t-shirts and 3 $25 gift card giveaways. So you can check them out on their website, inspiredgardenlife.com. I made a banner that I can scroll to. inspiredgardenlife.com. If you need to reach them for support, they're at support@gardenlife.com. Sorry, support@inspiredgardenlife.com. They even put their phone number down here. And again, $3 off of short sleeve tees, 20% off of everything with the code TLC20, and then buy 3 and get 1 free. And they plant trees for every shirt sold. I mean, this is a very special company. So thank you. And Tim and Darylyn, these graphics were such a help to me, and they're absolutely beautiful. So thank you. I'll bring these up throughout the show, but type in #tomato to win. I will do the drawing at the end of the episode. You do have to be present during the live show in order to win the prizes. And I ask, if you are one of the winners, please contact me, or you can write to them at support@inspiredgardenlife.com. But I think to streamline, write to me. I know somebody won last month, and they didn't really want a shirt, and they're way overseas. So they said, thank you, but don't want a shirt this month. But everybody else, I think, if you won last month, hopefully you've reached out to me and I've passed on your info to Tim and Darylyn. So #tomato, like this, #tomato. But the coupon code and all of that is available for anybody, whether you're here or not. That is an ongoing thing, as are the $3 off the short sleeve tees, and buy 3, get 1 free. Who else we have here? Pretty. I'm not sure if I got you, Pretty. I saw your name, but I'm not sure if I got to you yet. Thanks for joining. Hey, Darla. I actually got here early today. Hey, all you Mater heads. Hey there. And Lucas is here. He's the guy behind. So, oh man, this is the second time in a row I forgot to pull up my video. So if you've been around the group for a while, as of like last summer, I grew another one of Lucas. Lucas Wallman is a very talented breeder from Austria, and we're quite good friends. And he has another variety called microberry. And so I grew that. It's another multiflora. It's just beautiful and loaded with hundreds and hundreds of fruits. And so I had this cute little chipmunk that loved these little fruits, and he would hang from the trusses, and I'd find him and he'd be chewing it. He would spit the skin out, which is kind of funny. So I took a video and put it in the group. We'd named him Microberry Jerry. So I think micro wine, considering it's got microberry in it, might be, Jerry hasn't discovered it yet, but I think he might. I can't wait to taste it. I'll taste it in a couple minutes. Hi, Lisa. Greetings from Alberta. Oh, speaking of Alberta, tomorrow, Jen and I are back with our July episode of Tomato Talk Live, and we have a very special guest. Tomorrow, Ashley Isakin from the Gardening in Canada YouTube channel is going to be on with Jen and I about building and maintaining optimal soil health. And then anything tomato related or questions you want to ask her. If you've ever watched her videos on YouTube, you know how special she is. She is a soil scientist, went to college for it and everything. She's so knowledgeable, but also so refreshingly down to earth and doesn't, for me, who's not great at science, she doesn't talk down to you. She doesn't dumb you down. So Jen and I are super excited to have her on. So that show is at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time, 1 a.m. Central European Standard Time. We do realize it's late for many of you in Europe. All of our shows, including this one, for those that can't watch live, all of our shows are recorded. So have no fear if you can't watch us live. The recording will be up as soon as the episode is done. So Ashley will be with us for 90 minutes. And I told Ashley yesterday, I was writing to her and I said, I'm totally going to fangirl you. And I am. I'm totally going to fangirl her. She's so great. If you guys watch her, write that in the comments. If you don't, subscribe to her YouTube channel. I guarantee you after watching tomorrow night, you will subscribe. She's fantastic. There's Tim. Hi, Tim. I'm quite behind in the comments here. Oh, Tree, you're back as Tree. Hello, everyone. It's tomato time. Oh, I did get to start up my Tuesday tomato tours this past Tuesday. Was having a great day. So for those of you that were missing that too, that is back. And I'm just going to keep doing them even, usually flares end by now. But I'm not going to stop my life. You'll just have to put up with a lot of confusion and me being wackier than usual and maybe not getting to the comments and not being able to read very well. That's all. But I can still talk tomatoes. And I want to talk tomatoes with you all. Tim says, thank you for the special welcome, all the wonderful support you guys provide. Right back at you, my friends. Oh, thank you, Tim. So glad to be back. Oh, here's my buddy. Well, here's Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for being here. And my partner in crime, co-host of Tomato Talk Live with me, Jen Joy. Glad you're here, my friend. Let me get rid of this. Hey, Tara Dove. Welcome back, Lauren. You were so very missed. You guys are going to make me cry. Thank you. I really missed it, too. Frances, one of Inspired Garden Life's wonderful models. She takes the cutest pictures, and she's usually wearing an Inspired Garden Life shirt. You've got the best faces, my friend. And she's one of the ones that have some really great tomatoes that are already coming through the ranks. So I love watching your reviews. Jamie, I think you're one of them too, right? Yes. And Jamie, is it you that has a blog that you can read reviews on? If so, feel free to put it in the comments. I know it's like NorCal Tomato Gal or something like that, but please feel free to promote in the comments. We would love to give you support. Akelia, I'm back packing for our family reunion trip to North Carolina and watching you on the big screen TV. I cringe every time anybody says that because I'm like, I'm really big, huh? Where in North Carolina? We were just in Duck in the Outer Banks, and it was beautiful. Normally, we've done Outer Banks before. Normally, we've done Nag's Head, which has a whole lot more around it, which, Duck was a bit more remote, which isn't a problem. I like remote, and, we played board games, and we just had the best time. Wasn't feeling so great the first half of the vacation, but by the end of the week, and my poor mom was in agony over me not feeling well. So, and considering it was a week celebrating her, it was breaking my heart. But I felt good by the end of the week. But anyway, there's hardly any restaurants. If there are restaurants, they're not taking a reservation in the middle of summer for 12 people. And no Uber Eats and no, what's the other one? Uber Eats, DoorDash. They don't go out to Duck. So, and I don't mind cooking. I love cooking, actually. But my sister ended up doing a lot. I doubt she's watching this, but Jemmy, if you're watching this, thank you. So I think if and when we do the Outer Banks again, and I love the Outer Banks, it is one of the most beautiful places on earth. I would probably go back to the Nag's Head area where there's a little more like, you know, you can get takeout. Even if they don't deliver, getting takeout helps with 12 people, you know, but it's okay. I don't mean to rag on my Outer Banks because I do love it. Hi, Jerry. Thanks for being here. Dancing Vita's here. Hey there, my friend. Missy's here. Hey, Missy. Happy Thursday, everyone. Heidi Wilson. Hi, Heidi. Kristen, we just had crazy storms in North Carolina. Pretty crazy wild lightning and flooding rain. Was that the same like I saw? I don't know if it's the same storm or not. I saw a crazy one that was heading for South Carolina like a couple days after we get back. But I hope you're okay. Hope your family's okay, but I also hope your tomatoes are okay. Yeah, the floods, and for anybody affected by, now I'm really going to cry, by the floods in Texas, I'm praying for you. I can speak for everybody that I'm praying for all of you. It is just so horrific. It is just so horrific what has happened there and the children and all of that. So praying for all of you and anybody else going through weather things right now too. Jackie Chamberlain, hello, first time joining live. Excited to be here. Hey, Jackie, welcome. Happy to have you. Jen says, welcome back, gorgeous. Thank you, my friend. Nice to be back. Rach, just Rach. Hello, missed you. Happy birthday, Mom. Yeah, happy birthday to my mom. She doesn't really look 80. Neither does my dad. He turned 80 in October. They golf a lot and they stay social, and I think that keeps them young. So, yeah, I'm very fortunate to have both of my parents still. Very fortunate. Who else we have here? Oh, so Reach says, oh, I would love to see her in costume. My daughter was Tiana professionally. Tiana is on her ship as well. She's good friends with Tiana, as a matter of fact. We went on the cruise she was on last year on the Disney Wish, and they have something called a royal gathering where the princesses come. You have to sign up ahead of time. And I got to meet Tiana. She is absolutely beautiful and so nice. Lauren, you've got that awesome tomato gardener tan going on. I do. I had a little bit of a tan even before we got to the Outer Banks. And usually my dad's the tannest one of the family. But I think the last 2 days, I actually did get some beach time in. So, but I won't lie, most of it is from gardening. Yeah, Rach, heat. It's not heat. That would make sense, wouldn't it? The only pattern I've ever been able to find, and the thing is, my lupus symptoms are fine. It's the neurological stuff. I don't want to bore you guys with it all, but tremors are the biggest problem. And from the tremors, it leads to blurry vision, confusion, being wacky, like you can tell I am already. And I also have trouble swallowing, which is really scary at times. But my pain, knock on wood, isn't that bad. So normally my neurological stuff comes with all the lupus stuff. This time it's just the neurological stuff. So what are you going to do? Some days have been good. I had 5 good days in a row last week, and I'll take it. But to me, that means things are just maybe starting to turn for the better. Hey, Kenneth. Hello, all. Hope everyone's doing good. Hi, Annette. It's not Tomato Thursday without Tomato Awesome Sauce, so I'm glad you are better. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Chastity and Naray. I'm going to try to speed these up so I can get to talking tomatoes. Hi, Jamie. Hello, everyone. Waiting patiently for my tomatoes to turn from green to red. Ho hum. Isn't it torture? It's torture. And the torture starts so early too. It starts from the moment I put together my grow list for the year. And then it starts again, it amps up again when I start my seeds and I look at my spreadsheet and see the picture of what it is that I am hopefully growing. Sometimes there's cuckoos that happen. But so far, so good this year. Everything looks like it is true to type, from what I can tell. Not everything has fruit yet. Oh, I have 2 more things that should be turning soon, and they're 2 Sophia Sakova varieties. One of them is Maple Heart, which is a cross of maple syrup and cardinal on straw. And then the other one, oh shoot, what's the other one? Sweet Tropical Pear, I think. Yes, Sweet Tropical Pear. So that within the week, I see them starting to turn, maybe even just a couple days, but I see them starting to turn. So I don't know that I'm as excited about anything like I am the Sophia varieties. The Billy Odors too, for sure. Hey, Sam, thanks for being here. And Lisa L, hi, Lauren and everyone. I missed seeing your beautiful soul, Lauren, and everyone else too. Thank you. Thank you. That makes me feel good. Nisha S. just joined a few weeks ago. Had no idea microdwarfs were a thing. Now I own 15 varieties. Well, first of all, welcome. We're so happy to have you. Hope you've been enjoying the group so far. And it's really nice to meet you. And yes, microdwarfs are a thing. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Nisha, but in our group guides, we put together a lot of resource sheets, and I have an ongoing resource sheet with all micro and mini dwarfs on it that I'm aware of. There's new ones popping up all the time. I'm creating a couple new ones myself. So if you haven't taken a look like that, if you're looking to build your collection and want to know what's out there, and when I know it, I have the heights listed and photos if I've grown it and reviewed it myself. So yeah, I think it's an invaluable resource for anybody looking for microdwarfs. Eva's here. Hey, Eva. Thanks for being here. Who we missed? Hey, Amy D. Amy D's another one who's been posting some great photos of her ripe tomatoes. That's what else makes your mouth water. Oh, I started to say then you look at the spreadsheet and you see the picture after you plant the seeds, and then you plant the seeds, and then you put your seedlings in the ground or raised bed or whatever, and then it's like you stare at it. It's like watching paint dry. And then you get your first fruits, and they're so, so green. That may be the worst torture of all. But yeah, I'm excited to have these couple. Before I get too far in, and just in case my tremors get worse, let's taste Micro Wine by Lucas Wallman. I want to show you guys first what my plants look like. So Micro Wine is not technically a hanging basket variety. Last year I grew microberry as a hanging basket variety. And is this the right one? There it is. Micro Wine has microberry in it, and also daddle wine. So it is Lucas says it's a now shelf-stable cross between daddle wine and microberry. The aim is to generate a larger, slightly sweeter microberry. Now, microberry was pretty sweet. So says Jerry also. To maintain the good brown rot resistance, multiflora variety produces an average of 150 fruits per panicle. I can speak for that to be true. Let me enlarge this and I'll show you. Oh, I started saying it's not technically a hanging basket variety, but I put it in a deck railing planter and I'm training it to hang over it. I've got some stakes, metal stakes that I put in strategic places when it starts falling over. And so far, so good. We'll see. But this is special, right? Normally, I do my first tastes with Rob. We do our reviews together privately. But I know he's not going to care about this at all. And I've got these two. I showed a photo to Lucas yesterday, and he said you could actually eat them at that stage or wait, and I waited an extra day. And so these are kind of opaque orange, nice and soft. So let's take a look at the inside. I really shouldn't be using knives. It's a small knife. Okay, got it. Very nice. Lots of seeds and goo, my fave. Nice. So let's see if Microberry Jerry's going to be in for a treat. Holy guacamole. Lucas, this is sweeter than Microberry. Oh, it's delicious. First of all, you get that explosion of seeds and goo. It's got some tanginess to it. And then it starts with sweetness, and then the tanginess goes in, and I'm still tasting it. To me, that's the judge of a great tomato. If I'm still tasting it, I don't like when some tomatoes are just watery and the taste is gone as soon as you swallow it. This is not one. This is outrageous, Lucas. Wow. Micro wine. So if any of you are looking, I don't know that I want to bill it as a hanging basket variety, since that is not the way it is supposed to be grown. I just thought I would do an experiment and hang for Microberry Jerry. So let me show you again what it looks like. Can you see all those flowers? Oh, what a treat. Let me, let's do a bricks on it. For those of you that may not know, this is called a refractometer. Got it last year. I was reviewing tomatoes with it last year, and it measures the sugar content in tomatoes. Now, I must tell you, and I always feel like I need to say this caveat, that it doesn't mean, like, the higher the sugar doesn't mean it's a greater tomato at all. I don't like just sweet tomatoes. Lucas, I'm still tasting it. Wow. I almost wish I had Microberry again to compare. Very, very nice work, my friend. So anyway, but sometimes it's nice to know, like, how sweet it is. When you're talking beefsteaks, like, sometimes they'll get high, but normally beefsteaks are a lower score than cherries. For the most part, there's a lot of different tomatoes, a lot of different varieties. And I had some beefsteaks last year that were getting up. I think Bill Yoder's, well, it wasn't a beefsteak. Raspberry Beret was a 10. Pixie Fire by Teresa at Terranova Farm, that was a 10. And then like Jarson 22, which is a beefsteak, that was way up there. Suffer Well, another Bill Yoder one, which became tied for my number one favorite tomato of all time with Malachite Box. That was like 8, 9, something like that, which is outrageous for a slicer. So anyway, so that's what this thing does. So don't think necessarily that a high brick score means it's a better tomato. So what you do, you squeeze juice. There's a lot of different refractometers. They don't have to look like this. There are some very reasonable ones you can get. They're silver, kind of like looking through a kaleidoscope almost. If you're looking to do it yourself. All right, I'm going to squeeze it in there. Press test. Come on. I've been getting a workout lately. Oh, 6.8. I wish I had looked to see what Microberry was, the brick score. 6.8 is a very nice It's not sugary sweet, but it's got that tang. I love that marriage of sugary sweet and tang together. All right, last one. Now this is torture. I've got seeds and goo on here. If I wasn't on the air, I would totally lick this off the plate. So I'm going to set it aside. So after I'm off the air, I'm going to lick it off the plate. I don't kid you. It's true. Thank you, Lucas. Very, very nice. I can't wait to eat another couple thousand of them if Jerry lets me have any. All right, let me get to some more comments, see who else we've missed. Hi, Denise. Glad to be here. Missed hearing about all the fun, crazy tomato stories from everybody. Yeah, me too. How are your gardens doing, everybody? And don't forget, this show is sponsored by Inspired Garden Life. If you would like to win one of 8 prizes, 5 are free t-shirts, 3 are $25 gift cards, just type in #tomato and I will do the drawing at the end of the show, just like this. Oops. Oh, you know what? Let me check and make sure it's... All right. I just wanted to check and make sure it was logging names. It's logging names. Okay. That's not winners. That's just everybody who has entered so far. And you only need to do it once. Doing it several times. Make sure this may sound silly, but typos happen, especially if you've got tremor hands like me. Make sure you spell tomato right. It doesn't matter if it's all caps or whatever, as long as #tomato is in it. Not tomatoes, but tomato. I think actually tomatoes would do it too, but why bother? Just put in tomato. For those of you that may be watching on Instagram, hi there. I'm really glad that I can come to you. Unfortunately, because of this platform, third party platforms don't allow me to see your comments until after the show. So if you would like to take part in the conversation, and if you want to win one of those prizes from Inspired Garden Life, bebop over to my YouTube channel, which is Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. You can watch on there. There you can participate and enter to win the prizes. And I would love to see you. It breaks my heart every week. Usually every week, where I see that some people commented and probably think I ignored them. And it's just that I can't see it. So make sure you do that. You don't have to if you don't want to participate or win anything. Certainly watch on Instagram. I keep waiting for the day where I can do it. I think they just want to promote their own live, but at least I can stream to you. Kim Ella's here. Hi, Kim. And Nancy. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Drew. Missed you and your tomatoes. I was so worried about your garden pests. Glad they did no damage. Yeah, I had these aphids, these pink aphids, which I've gotten inside before when I'm growing microdwarfs, but never outside, ever. I know Jen was getting them too. And right at the same time, we didn't even discuss this together. We both ordered ladybugs, which like to eat aphids. And so it's on my YouTube channel. I think I saw Jen. I'm sure Jen must have done a video too. I haven't watched it yet. But you can see my experiment with letting go like those 6,000 ladybugs. And I just got more today, and I got and installed. I've got 2 ladybug houses I'm going to put in the garden to provide them with shelter. But let me tell you, there isn't an aphid in my garden. No joke. No joke. There's a couple that were getting a lot. I know Obama off the top of my head, that's a tomato. That was getting a lot, and I keep looking to see if there's any. Nope. Hey, Deb. I've missed this. Glad you're feeling groovy, Lauren. Thanks, Deb. Oh, I am very behind. Glad to see you, Deb. All right, I'm going to skip to the names that I haven't called on it. Hi, Brianna. Happy Thursday to you. And all right, a lot of hashtag tomatoes. That's good. Hey, Malachite Jen's here. Hey, Malachite Jen. So excited you are back, Lauren. I hope your mom had a great birthday. She did. She did. It was a very special week. Thank you. And Linda says, Tim and Darylyn love my shirts and tank tops. Me too. I'm so excited they started the tanks. I haven't ordered any of the V-necks yet, but I'm excited for that too. But yeah, I have now a bunch of tanks that I just love. I spend my days in tank tops in the summer, usually on top or underneath Duluth Trading Company overalls. But I had to show off my shirt today. No overalls today. Plus, I wasn't going outside. Well, yet. I will be after the show if I can. Tim says, it is easy to be generous in a generous group of people. TLC is our favorite group. Thank you, Tim. I can't agree with you more that giving in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap is such a pleasure because people pay it forward. They're so generous. They're so grateful. It's rare you hear somebody or see somebody who's just a jerk when it comes to like, hoarding all seeds and not giving any away in return. I agree. Kina, Jen, and I talk about this all the time, that it's just easy to be generous with a group like Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. Lydia Nichols says, I had to get one of the new Blue Jay shirts. Gorgeous. I don't think I've seen that one yet. But yeah, I saw they have a bunch of bird ones. Oh, Becca. Hi, Becca. Since when do we get to experience XP points on YouTube? I don't know. I noticed it during my Tuesday, Tomato Tour Tuesday this week. I noticed that I don't even know what XP points are. I assume what you're talking about is like listing top commenters or something. I don't like it personally. I'll have to see if I can turn it off because I don't want to. I think whether you watch and don't comment or you comment a lot, I don't think anybody is any different. I don't have like top contributors in any of our groups either. It's just, a lot of people just want to watch, and that's okay. So I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, Becca. I don't know when it started. It was at least up there on Tuesday. Hopefully I can turn it off. Hi, Amanda. Hi, everyone. I missed you all. Missed you too. Hi, Hector. All right, I'm going to skim, make sure I got everybody. Terry's here. Hi, Terry. Jen says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, everyone. Thanks, Jen. And if you don't subscribe to my channel, please do. That helps me out a lot too. But yeah, the thumbs up would be great too. Becca says, I love their tanks. Mine has been getting a lot of wear and tear already in this heat and holding up great and comfy as ever. They wash up great. One of the things I love about their designs is so many of them are so full of color. The one that Malachite Jen designed, which is Life is Too Short for Boring Tomatoes. I think that's what it is. And they've got like 9, I think, tomatoes, the interior of the tomatoes, all different colors. Like that is just so vibrant. Not only is the saying super cool, but the shirt is super cool too. So yeah, they wash up great, thankfully. So excited for tomorrow night. Me too. If you're joining us late, what Jen's talking about is our July episode of Tomato Talk Live. We have Ashley Isaken coming. She is the founder and content creator of Gardening in Canada. Now, let me tell you, I don't live in Canada. In fact, I heard Ashley on one of her shows lately say that most of her viewers come from the United States. Go figure. Certainly, she does talk about a lot of things that, pertain to growing in northern climates. But yes, I think I may have found her from, I don't know if it was Rowena, somebody from Canada. and like I'm an addict. I need my fix of hers. I haven't watched anything in a couple days, but you are in for a treat. So please join Jen and I. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night or 1 a.m. Central European Standard Time. It will be recorded. We're going to be talking, our main topic will be on building and maintaining optimal soil health, which Jen and I have not talked about yet. And, you know, I don't think I could. I know my own thoughts, but Ashley surprises me in her videos. I'd be like, really? And believe me, I trust her more than me. Oh, Jen's growing microberry. Plant is incredible. It's such a good one. Okay. Jen says, just love Ashley. Been watching her for a long time. So excited for you guys to get to talk to her. Me too. I am totally going to fangirl her. Totally. I'll be even wackier than usual. Karen, I do watch Ashley's videos. She's great. I agree. I don't think I got Jocelyn yet. Hi, Jocelyn. Ashley's great and a fellow Saskatchewanian. Oh, I didn't even know that was a word, Saskatchewanian. So helpful to make the most of our short growing season. Yeah, she's a great help. Oh, look at Tim. Says maybe we need to have a special Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce show, and everyone who wears an Inspired Garden Life shirt wins a special prize. Tim, you are so generous, but you're going to be giving away prizes. Like, you guys are going to go under because you've just been so generous. But we can certainly talk about it. You guys are just the best. And Tim says, Frances Lamont, the real face of Inspired Gardeners. We love you. I love her too. She's so cute. All right. Keep saying I'm going to skip ahead. Eric Mooney's here. Hi, Eric. Everyone, welcome back. Lauren, glad you're starting to feel better. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Maylin is here. Hi, Maylin. Thanks for watching. Kristen, regarding the storms by her, thank you. Fortunately, water went down and garden is thriving, especially tomatoes and cucumbers. It's definitely the year of the cucumber, though, y'all. I'm doing well, too. I'm starting to get some summer squash. I guess while we were away, we had 2 significant rainstorms. So I shared this on my Tomato Tour Tuesday, this past Tuesday. Things like exploded. And we had one of my besties was coming in to watch our cat. She would check on her every couple of days or so. And she's a tomato head too. She sometimes watches the show. And we secure everything to our cattle panel that's in between each row with gardening Velcro. And so she took it upon herself it had to be a ton of work. It had to. And I still had 2 days worth of doing it, but she had everything. I don't think there was a single thing on the ground. The things, I swear, they doubled in size while we were gone. Harley. Hi, Harley. Lauren, unfortunately, I haven't been doing good. We had a miscarriage and delivered the baby at home. Very traumatized, but I miss everyone. Glad to stop by and say hello. I am so sorry. Thank you for sharing that with us. It is traumatic. I had 2 before I had my first, and I think talking about it does help. So I am so sorry, you and Mike. My prayers are with you. It's not easy. And sometimes people say really stupid things like, it obviously wasn't meant to be the baby. And while you know this in your head, you don't need to hear it. So I'm sending you prayers and wishes for people to say only the best things. Everybody's very well-intentioned, of course, but I remember it too. Dr. Green Thumb, you have lupus. I do. Are you part native? Funny question. With a complicated answer. So I grew up thinking we had Native American in us. That's what my dad said. It was on his side of the family. We were supposedly like Nipmuc Indian. And then his brother was doing family tree. And then we changed to Algonquin Indian. And now it's a big mystery whether we're Indian or not, Native American. So maybe the heat gets me too, along with rashes if I'm not careful. Yeah, I had started to say this a couple minutes ago, that I know it affects so many people. The heat doesn't affect me at all. It's really just when I go through a stressful period. Now, I hadn't been in a stressful period. Sometimes they appear out of nowhere, like this past time. But yeah, heat and all of that, I know it affects so many people in my other group, Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain. I know the sun is supposed to, often people with lupus, they'll get a butterfly rash across their cheeks and nose. I don't get those. I do get some other things, but yeah, sometimes the sun is not good, but I haven't had that experience. I've had it since 2001, so a pretty long time. Yeah, you're getting a lot of wishes, Harley. Thank you for sharing that with us. I know that takes a lot of vulnerability to do that, and I hope that sharing that out loud maybe helps you guys a bit. It's just terrible. Justin says, since my mom can't comment, I'm helping her. Was awesome meeting y'all and can't wait until September. Yeah, I can't wait till September too. I'm glad you brought that up. Join us at our very first tomato tasting and seed swap, East Coast edition. Jen and I, back, when was it? May. We did our second annual meetup and plant swap in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, which is halfway between me, halfway between Jen. And then we got to meet so many great people who were there, including you, Justin. And we decided, let's do a tasting. So we're going to have a tasting if you bring tomatoes and you want to have everybody taste them, and then you can have seeds to go if they really like it and want to grow it in the future. But still, if you don't have, maybe you're coming from a long way, can't bring tomatoes, can't bring seeds, still come. We just suggest a $5 donation to help pay for the pavilion. So this is Friday, September 26th, and it goes from 1 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you that don't know Carlisle, I don't know why you would, but it is pretty close to Hershey. So, and there's a lot of historical stuff in the area. Also close to Harrisburg, about half an hour away. So if you're looking to make an extended vacation out of it, you can let me know. I know a couple people at the meetup went to Hershey Park the next day. Rowena, a little late by a seat's no problem. No, it's not. That was from 25 minutes ago. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead because I really need to talk tomatoes. But anyway, I hope you can join us at our first tomato tasting. Hi, Mary. Thanks for being here. Hi, Ms. Jenkins. Glad you're here. I get everybody. Kristen Morrison's here. Hey, Kristen. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation or not. Microween or microwine. I know there's different spellings in, whether it's Austrian or English, but I don't know. Lucas, if you're still here, maybe you can let us know. Yeah, let us know. Microween, microwine. Oh, other people thought it was microween too, so maybe it is microween. Vora Bat Zion. Hi, Lauren and chat, peeking in from work. Don't tell. I won't tell a soul. Not a soul. Achille, I'm growing this one too. This one I really don't know how to pronounce. I'm growing Lucas Wallman's Bagzage F5. I got from the meetup with you. Yeah, I'm growing that one. I'm growing Pear of Pleasure. I'm growing Nebulous Sugar Shock. I feel like there's one more that I'm missing, but I'm growing a number of his varieties. All right. Hi, Sherva, late to the party. That's okay. Clearly, I haven't talked about a single tomato yet. Don't forget to type #tomato in the comments if you're just joining us. We'll be giving away 8 prizes from Inspired Garden Life, including 5 t-shirts and 3 $25 gift card. So all you have to do to win is type in #tomato. Harley says, y'all are very good to me. I thank each and every one. After 12 years of being together, it's devastating. I'm very grateful for this community. I hope each one of you have a great rest of your day. You too, my friend. You too. Sending you both much, much love. I'm so sorry. People are saying the garden's doing great. My microberry is a 5.7. Oh, did you just do that, Jen? So what did I say microween was? Like 6 something, right? So it's a bit sweeter. Thanks, Jen. Missy says, my garden this week has been hit with septoria leaf, and that to not feeling good plus heat and hot flashes. I'm a bit frustrated, but not defeated. I've got some septoria too, which I get every year. Some plants more than others. Yeah, it really is a bummer, but if it stays on the bottom, I do remove the affected leaves or the ones that are really bad. For me, it never goes to the entire plant, so I'm lucky. But humidity and rain often can bring septoria leaf spot. Most of the stuff in the raised beds is good. I put a very thick layer of straw mulch down there. Septoria can come up onto the leaves through splashes in the soil when it's raining or you're watering. But stuff I've got on the deck, including now I'm going to call it microween. Microween has a little bit of it on there too. Darylyn wants to know where you got your ladybugs. Amazon. You want to make sure they're local. I heard that from Ashley, I want to say. I think she said that. Local meaning like I made sure to get United States ladybugs. I think the brand is from Pennsylvania, which isn't very far from me. But yes, you get them. They go in the refrigerator. You release them at dusk or at night. And they're so cute. Tim and Darylyn, you'll have to watch my video. It's not a very long one, but you'll have to see. Oh, Jerry asked the same question. Where do you get your ladybugs? Hi, Dennis. Nice to see you. My ladybugs didn't stick around, but a foliar spray of molasses got rid of the aphids. Oh, and none since. I misunderstood what you were using the molasses for. I thought the molasses was to keep the ladybugs around. Obviously, I haven't watched your video yet. Okay, you've said that a few times, and I didn't remember hearing anything about molasses for ladybugs, but it makes sense that something sweet would attract them. Interesting. Well, that's a really good thing to know. Really good thing to know. All right, I'm going to skip because I'm getting there. Drew, I'm having problems with Japanese beetles too. I was sharing it on my Tomato Tour Tuesday. Thankfully, mine at least don't touch my tomatoes. Thank God. But they do eat up my zinnias, and we've got a cattle panel arch, and one of the pole beans I'm growing, it's like the Japanese long noodle bean. The leaves are like lace. They're just devouring them. I had ordered new traps, and the brand I ordered stunk. I opened it yesterday. There's no directions, and how hard could it be, right? It was very different from other traps I had. So I'm tearing bags, and so I ordered it. In fact, it may be upstairs in today's shipment, I hope. But yeah, they can be destructive, but thankfully they don't seem to care about my tomatoes. Liddy says Carlisle's only 4 hours away. You can do it. You can do it. I think Akelia came from, is it Rochester, New York, Akelia? Which was longer. I want to say Haley and her family came from long. Bring the family. We had that a lot this past time. It's so nice to meet the people behind the tomato heads. Please bring the family. The more people we have, the more special it will be. I still have a warm, glowy feeling from our meetup in May, and I hope to meet more of you in September. All right, Lucas, this doesn't help me. Micro wine. Is that it? Micro wine? Yeah. I assume that's right. Let me know if I'm right. Tim, I don't know if you want me to read this out loud. I'm taking Darylyn on a 3-week mystery trip, and we may just be bringing all the TLC members who come to Carlisle a special gift. I'm telling you, you people are going to go out of business. You're so generous. I hope you can come. That would be super special. Ween like wine. That's what I thought, but I'm terrible at pronunciations. Polar Goddess was a good short dwarf of his. Yeah, I want to grow that next year. Yes, just seconds. After you said you wished you had, as far as doing the, I wish I had microberry to taste along with the micro wine, which has microberry in it. That's good teamwork, buddy. Love it. All right, I'm sorry, I've got to skip over so many of these. Lydia, I'd love to bring the family. My daughter will be back at Virginia Tech, and hubby has to hold down our mini farm. So it'd probably just be me. I'd love to meet you all. And thank you, Mary. Everyone, please make sure to like this live by hitting the thumbs up. If you haven't been watching since the beginning, just know if I owe you prizes or whatever, they are coming. The tremors have been making it difficult for me the past several weeks or so, but I have some good days, and a lot of times the day is fine. It's the night that's problematic. So I got to a bunch of them yesterday, but please I thank you for your patience. Just trust me, you don't want me filling seeds with these tremors. All right, who's ready to talk tomatoes finally? I am. Make sure to type in #tomato. We'll do the drawing at the end of the episode. Did I get everything, all the announcements? Yes. Okay. Let's get to the slideshow. There we are. So if you missed it, I did a live taste test of micro wine. Now I'm going to second guess myself. It's a beautiful multiflora from Lucas Wallman from Australia. It's got microberry and daddle. I guess that means daddle wine would be the correct pronunciation also, yes? Daddle. Is the W with a V sound, I wonder? Doesn't that happen in German, Austrian? Daddlewein? Like Edelweiss. That song Edelweiss. There's a W there, but they say Weiss. Oh, now I'm going to completely mess myself up. Okay, let's get to some tomatoes. By the way, if it's your first time watching, it doesn't normally take me an hour to start talking tomatoes, but it's been like over a month since I've been here, so had a lot to talk about. Okay, this next one is a very interesting one. Pronunciation, of course, I don't know. Sher Khan. I've also seen it in 2 different words. This is a variety from Russia, and these are super cool. Let me expand this. Let me just keep that bigger, and I can make myself smaller. We don't need to see big me. There we go. Okay, Sher Khan. Tomato Five Foo says it's a commercial variety from Russia, sold by C.V. Gavrich and introduced in 2015 by Tatiana's Tomato Base. Takes its name from the tiger in the Jungle Book. I forgot that. I was in the Jungle Book in a school play in 4th grade. I was a vulture. I was like one of 3 vultures. We had our own song and everything. That's what Friends Are For is the name of the song. But I forgot that that's what the tiger was named. These are really beautiful, oblong, bullet-shaped. In fact, the photo on the right, if you can see, they're kind of wonky and not straight like the photo on the left. So that's interesting. I think the photo on the right came from Tatiana's tomato base. The other two came from Tomato Faifu from Belgium. And there's a nice interior shot there. Fruits are 80 to 150 grams of elongated plum type ending in a point, with sometimes the beginnings of a nipple. Red color striped with light green. And then, oh, by the way, again, for those of you that may be new to watching, if you've grown anything that I talk about, we would love to hear from you in the comments. That does help us a lot. If somebody says, oh, I grew it, ditch it. Or if you're growing something this year, we want to hear from you. So please feel free to put in the comments. Shere Khan. Firm flesh with little gel, almost dry, with few seeds. 3 to 4, he says lodges, but the chambers, seed chambers, recommended for the preparation of sauces. Coulis can also be eaten in salads. Mild flavor, although more acid than sweet. It's a compact and bushy variety. I like compact. No taller than 1.2 meters. Regular dark green foliage. It's a determinate. For those of you that may be new to tomatoes, that means that just about everything will ripen at the same time, and then it will be done. Where indeterminates will start, at some point in the season, and they normally will continue until your first frost, if you get frost. So determinates, you don't see as many determinates, but they are there. And a lot of times the compact varieties are determinate. So it looks like this is one of them. Dark green foliage. Oh, determinate to semi-determinate growth to control the plant and avoid overgrowth. Well suited to a cool summer and or short growing season. So those of you in northern climates, or even if you're way, way down south and your heat kicks in too soon, this might be a good one for you. Anybody grown this one? Hi, Sharon S. Hi from Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I've got about 50 varieties growing. Is it your first time watching? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you missed it, if you're just joining, tomorrow I do a monthly show with Jen Joy, who's an amazing tomato YouTuber, one of my besties, and also admin with Kina of Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. But we do a show on the first Friday normally of the month called Tomato Talk Live. Oops, not that one. And because last week was the 4th of July, we're doing it this week. And this week we have Ashley Essakin from the Gardening in Canada channel. And we're talking about building and maintaining optimal soil health, along with other things too. We encourage, just like in this show with Tomato Talk Live, we incorporate the audience into the show, and we try to I know she's going to get a ton of questions. Oh, by the way, don't think we've announced this yet, Jen. Our August episode, Craig LaHoulier's coming back. Yep, August 1st, Friday, August 1st. He's just so amazing. We'll be talking. He'll be like, tell me, when can I come back? When is a good time for me to come back? You think Jen and I are ever going to turn him down? He's the author, for those of you that may not know, just happen to have it right here, of Epic Tomatoes, the quintessential Bible of tomatoes, as far as I'm concerned. He also has another book about gardening in straw bales. And I would argue he's sort of the godfather of tomatoes. He's the one that made Cherokee Purple famous. He was given seeds and he made it famous back in the 90s. And I would venture to guess that from there, that's where all the interesting varieties and old heirlooms it became, rather than everybody's regular red tomato that perhaps you grew up with, it became cool to seek out the old heirloom varieties, and so many new ones. So many of us are amateur breeders like me. We're creating new ones all the time. So It's not an heirloom, according to Craig, unless it's 50 years old or older, but it is open pollinated and it is fun. And most of what I'm growing this year is newer. That's not an heirloom. I know there's exceptions to that, but most of them are newer ones. I like to grow the stuff that knocks my socks off, and a lot of times, I shouldn't say heirlooms don't knock my socks off. They do, and I've grown heirlooms in the past. I love them. I am growing Cherokee Purple again, but when I see a vendor get in something new, or if I have a friend who's from another country and they've got super cool stuff, and we'll do a swap, or somebody will put a variety on my radar, and I'll put it in my most wanted, and perhaps somebody gifts it to me. If only I could order from Russia, I'd be happy. So anyway, long story short, Sharon, I hope you can tune in tomorrow night, where we'll have Ashley. I would venture to guess you probably know her if you're in Canada. And the show will be recorded for anybody not able to join. Has anybody... Oh, Achilles said Syracuse. Oh, Sam says, sorry, I had to step away. Massive storm passed near dropping ping pong size hail. Thankfully, no hair here yet. Hail? Oh, okay, I'm reading it again. So it passed you with hail, but it didn't officially hit you. Yikes. Mary, I'm with you on this. I like compact, but I need seeds and goo. I don't know if you were here for me doing the Taste of Microline, but when I cut into one of them, it had these seeds and goo. And rather than being uncouth, of course I could be uncouth with you guys, I will be licking that off the cutting board after the show is over. I swear, I'm not even kidding. I do that. I can't leave seeds and goo on. It's either seeds are getting saved or I've got to suck them down. I know for tomato sandwiches, people like the stuff that isn't full of seeds and goo. I do. I like nice, moist. I can't wait for my first tomato sandwich. Can't wait. And you'll probably be appalled when I tell you what my perfect tomato sandwich is. You ready? Now, I'm a foodie, which makes this fact even more bizarre. Wonder Bread. I make my own sourdough. There's great breads out there like ciabatta and stuff. I want tomato to be the superstar of the sandwich. Wonder Bread and I'm also a very health conscious person. No nutritional value whatsoever. I heard decades ago that it's made from wood pulp. I don't know if that was a rumor or not. No nutritional value, but it's so soft. And so we get Wonder Bread just for a couple months out of the year for tomato sandwiches. Rob agrees with me. And then thankfully they make a plant-based Hellmann's mustard mayonnaise now. I eat plant-based most of the time. But Duke's, somebody turned me on to Duke's, and I got a Duke's jar recently, and that is also very good. So it's only got egg in it, which I don't think is going to make a big deal. I eat seafood sometimes. And it is delicious. It's very, very rich. Duke's mayonnaise. Jamie says, I'm so excited. I've been geeking out with soil health because of my class. Yes, Jamie's taking a class on soil health. That's a class I would love to take. Oh, yeah, we're getting lots of love Craigs. Love Craig. He's so amazing. He is. Jen, we don't even plan anything anymore. Jen and I just sit there like this. We just sit there like that and we let him talk. Sometimes we'll have like a roundabout topic, and then he takes questions from you guys. And the great thing, I think this will be his 4th or 5th appearance on our show. And he comes, every couple months usually or so. And, a lot of questions pertain to where you are in your season. So when he's here in August, many of us will be rolling in tomatoes. Yay! So I think it's been about a year since the first time he came on, right, Jen? Something like that. Andrea Craig, you are welcome back anytime and any day. That's what I told him. Absolutely. Denise says it's an incredible book. Yes. I know many of you have purchased this from like thrift books or something like that. But even on Amazon, it's pretty reasonable. I want to say it's $14, $15. I could be wrong. And the photos are amazing. He's got stories behind some of these heirlooms, shows his seed starting process. I mean, it's a coffee table book that I have read cover to cover, and I pop to all the time. That and this one, not as much as Dr. Carolyn Mail's book, 100 Heirloom Tomatoes for the American Garden. It's different. This one specifically talks about heirloom varieties. But let's leave that here. But that's a great book as well. Very, very informative. You don't have his book, Mary Vivas? Are you serious? Oh, we got to change that. If anybody needs his book, it's you. Rowena, you get such fantastic guests, and Craig is always welcome as far as I'm concerned. I will pass along the info. I know some of you talked to him as well. I'm growing some of his experimental varieties this year. I didn't get Sun Gold and Captain Lucky to germinate, but I know some of you did, so I'm curious to see how that comes out. Sharon says, I've joined the live a few times now, been inspired to try so many new varieties by yourself and others watching. I'm so glad. Nicole just got epic tomatoes from Amazon. Yay. And Sharon loves Ashley's channel. Me too. I will totally geek out on her. It'll be a duh. But she seems like, don't you think, Jen, she's going to be a very cool guest. She's so down to earth and so informative. I just adore her. I was like nervous writing to her. I was. And then I think I contacted her on Instagram, and I think it went into like message requests because we hadn't, she doesn't follow me. I follow her, but maybe she follows me now. I'm not sure. But anyway, it was a couple weeks. She didn't answer me, and I'm like, oh, well, it was worth a try. And boom, she answered me back. I totally geeked out. Oh, Darl, I'm so glad you mentioned the Dwarf Tomato Project too. Craig is fantastic. One of the fathers of the Dwarf Tomato Project. I love him, and I love my dwarf tomatoes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how I missed that very important piece of information about him. Yeah, in fact, he talks about the Dwarf Tomato Project. He and a breeder from Australia, Patrina Nusky Small, started the Dwarf Tomato Project together and basically set out to have people grow often full-size tomatoes on shorter plants, because not everybody can handle an 8-9 foot plant. A lot of these are between 3 and 5 feet, or got my cheat sheet here. 90, starting at 90 inches. I guess my cheat sheet doesn't go up that high. I'm sorry, 90 centimeters, not inches. So anyway, they're great. I grow several dwarfs myself. I grow them in grow bags normally, although I do have a few in my garden this year too. Mary, I know. There are these great tomatoes that are only at one vendor in Russia. I'm hoping that Tatiana Tomato Eden is growing them. I should just ask her if she's growing them this year. There's a variety called Fiona, and there's a variety called Shrek. And I've talked about it during this show before, not to be mistaken with the variety Mighty Shrek. That's a completely different variety. So yeah, I swear sometimes I'll click on the link because it's on my wish list. I'll be like, and then there's one I showed, I think it was my most wanted last month. It's called Giovanni. Kind of looks like larger Brad's Atomic Grape, but with very, very vibrant colors, kind of tricolor colors, like my thing. Mary, I know. Some of you can order from Russia if you have like a Russian credit card, or if you've got friends in Russia. I do have some friends who are able to order from Russia, but I try not to take advantage of them too much. But I'm hoping, I would venture to guess that one of our overseas vendors, like Graf Tamina, Tomato Eden, they will have Fiona and Shrek at the end of the season. Hey, Sathya. Happy to be here. It's all right. This is still our first tomato. Can you believe it? Sathya agrees. Tomato seeds and goo. Yum. Don't forget, gang, to type in #tomato. Tim and Darylyn from Inspired Garden Life are giving away 5 free t-shirts and 3 $25 gift cards. And just as a reminder, you can get $3 off all short sleeve tees right now. This is their special summer sale. You can get 20% off of everything. For us at code TLC20, for Tomato Lovers Collective, they're very kind to do that for us. And buy 3 shirts, get 1 free. And for every shirt they sell, they plant a tree. You can tell just from the picture, right, how great people they are. Warm smiles. And I have met them, not in person yet, although hopefully in Carlisle, but on Zoom. And they are as adorable as they look. Very, very nice people. All right, let's get to another tomato. For somebody who's got tremors, I'm very chatty today. Okay, this one it's from Russia. It's called Medovy Spas. It translates in English. I found 2 translations: honey sweet savior or honey taste. It's a commercial variety from Russia. Fruits are 150 to 400 grams, so a nice size. Looks like a bit of a heart there. If anybody's grown it, please let us know in the comments. We would love to hear what you thought. Very dense, fleshy beef with a creamy texture. Small cells containing very little gel and seeds. Mild and sweet flavor. Tomato Eden says mild and sweet flavor, but Tatiana's tomato base says very good sweet flavor. Firm flesh, small seed cavities. It's a compact plant with medium development. Just seeing that it's a compact plant. I'm not seeing any heights here. Has anybody grown this one? I'm not normally the biggest fan of all orange tomatoes, but this one stuck out to me, especially since it's got honey in the name. I'm not growing it. In fact, I don't, other than the micro wine that I taste tested for you all, I'm not growing anything else that I'm showing today. But sometimes I talk myself into putting stuff on next year's grow list, especially if one of you were to chime in and say, I grew this last year, it was great, or I grew it last year and it wasn't so great. And taste is subjective too, by the way. Just because I like something doesn't mean you will. Jen and I actually have quite different taste buds. It seems like whatever, not everything, but a lot of things that I like, she hates, like the cherry coyote, and a lot of things she loves, I'm not the biggest fan of. But it also, as you guys know, it also has to do with your growing conditions, your climate. I mean, it doesn't totally change the flavor, but yeah, taste buds are very, very, very different. So just take that with a grain of salt. Get it? Salt in the tomato sandwich. When you're listening to me or Jen or anybody else that maybe you feel when watching Jen's videos that you seem to have better taste, then you would want to listen to Jen more than you want to listen to me, or vice versa. Okay. Anything else on this? Indeterminate growth, regular leaf, orange blunt hearts, medium to large size, very good sweet flavor. Okay, next one. And this one's from Germany. Lucas, maybe you can help me out with the pronunciation of this one. Ruthje? Ruthji? Ruthj? The breeder for this is Ulrike Berendt. And this is a No, this isn't the one I thought it was. But still, Michigan Heirlooms is where I got this information from. Bright red. Look how bright red they are. I mean, that speaks to me. That really pops out. Bright red, slightly heart-shaped fruits are truly exceptional, and I mean, all caps, exceptional. Bred to require low amounts of nutrients, and then they wrote in parentheses, really, which contributes to its superior, I tell you, flavor. This attribute naturally lends to this variety being perfect for raised beds and large containers. Excuse me one second. I talk too much. Meaty fruits should be left on the vine until fully colored for optimal flavor, which is just another great trait of this variety because they hang without degradation with ease. If you only want to know one kind of tomato that grow. If you only wanted to grow one kind of tomato, this would be an excellent choice. So these are the words of a vendor called Michigan Heirlooms. Now this is next one is tomato Faifu from Belgium. Lucas, I I just saw you sent me a voice message. I assume you're giving me the pronunciation. Thank you. I can't listen to it right now, but at least I'll know for the future. Tomato Faifu says variety originating in Germany, developed for cultivation in greenhouses and for low nutrient requirements. Okay, same thing. Red firefighter fruit, round with heart-shaped tendency, clusters of 10 units, 10 fruits per cluster. Good sweet and aromatic flavor. Wait for full maturity to taste them. Plant with great development between very short nodes, abundant regular foliage, indeterminate, generous regular harvest from mid-season. Good conservation of fruits after picking, which doesn't apply to every cherry, so that's good to know. I may have to add this to my grow list for next year. Superior, she said. And exceptional, right? Yes, I'm looking right here. Exceptional in all caps and superior. How can you argue with that? Now, maybe we don't have the same taste buds, but I'm willing to take a shot. It also says good behavior in regions with a short season and or cool summer. So that's good to know. Has anybody grown this one? Hey, Chelsea. I got seeds for both Sungold and Captain Lucky from Johnny's. Plants look good. They are great. Both are fantastic tomatoes. Sungold is often people's very favorite cherry tomato. Very prolific, very sweet. I think you'll enjoy it. Captain Lucky is one of my all-time favorite tomatoes. It's fantastic. Actually, I grew it 2 years ago. I'm growing it again this year because I wanted to use it for some crosses and I want to eat it again. What I was referring to with Craig is Craig LaHoulier actually made a cross of Sungold, Pollen, and Captain Lucky. Maybe it's the other way around. I think it's Sungold first. So maybe Sungold was the mother plant. Captain Lucky was the father, but I could be wrong. So he's marrying, one of the all-time best cherries and it's not that big, one of the all-time best, in my eyes, tomatoes. So that's what I was talking about when I said that he had sent many of us seeds. In fact, it was on one of our shows where he offered for our viewers, if anybody wanted seeds for this experimental variety, to write him and he would send, and he did. But at any rate, if it's your first time growing either one of those, Chelsea, I think you're in for a sublime and exceptional treat for sure. I love salt on tomatoes. Do you have a favorite salt? Oh, I started talking about the bread. So it's Wonder Bread, the mayonnaise, but there's also got to be salt and pepper. For my tomato sandwiches, either kosher salt's okay, but no, Celtic gray salt. But what I really like, and it's a splurge, but I have this little tub of truffle salt. I've been getting it for years. A little sprinkle is great, so I put those on my tomato sandwiches. I may be skimping out on the bread, but I'm not skimping out on the salt because it really, when Rob and I do our taste tests, we don't tend to use salt. Sometimes we'll definitely do it without salt first. Sometimes we add salt to see because salt really can change the flavor profile of it. But in general, we don't. All right, Lucas, I think it's Honig sweet. I know Suber is sweet because sweet Louise, I know, is spelled like that. In German, some in our grow out group. And I liked it. Okay. So this is that. We'll have to talk. I'll listen to your voicemail when we're done. I agree, Drew. Tomatoes are like beer, to each his own, for sure. For sure. I've probably made you guys appalled that I use Wonder Bread. Don't get me wrong, I don't use Wonder Bread any other time of year. I'm a big sourdough person. I talk about it all the time. And like if I want to grill a tomato sandwich, I will do that. But sometimes I just want a big slab of tomato and I'll slap it in between 2 pieces of Wonder Bread. And yeah, the truffle salt, Drew, is what I really like. I sent your voice. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Hi, Anna. So far, I have all the seeds for tomatoes you listed. I'm growing Ruth J. Was it Ruth Yay? Oh, thank you. I'm growing Ruth Yay. Well, that's a load off my mind. Ruth Yay. Okay, makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, you'll have to let us know what you think of it, Anna. Hi, Hope. Glad you're here. If you're just joining us, don't forget to put in hashtag tomato. Inspire Garden Life is giving away 5 free t-shirts to 5 lucky winners and 3 $25 gift cards to 3 other lucky winners. So 8 prizes in total. Very generous people. Oh, our friends, both agronomists, sprinkle sugar on their tomatoes. It's amazing. Have I ever done that? I feel like it sounds familiar, like I may have done it last year. Oh, I know what it is. Maybe I don't. I was just thinking, so Jess from Roots and Refuge has this recipe that's to die for. It's brown butter tomatoes. You put slices of tomatoes in a bowl, you brown up some butter. For me, I have like a plant-based butter, and you pour it over. I was just thinking there was sugar in that, but I don't think there is, but I bet it would be great. I haven't made that in a couple seasons. I think I'll have to try that again. I forget. Yeah, I'll have to. Oh, no, I think Rob and I did. I think we did try it last year. I wish I could remember the variety. I think we tried it with sugar and salt. Did I do it live on the air? Maybe, I think it was with Rob. Yeah, I think it was with Rob. Anyway, I determined that I liked the salt much better. But I'm sure that it really has to depend on the tomato too. But that brown butter tomatoes recipe, if you guys want to search that recipe, it's Jess from Roots and Refuge. Just Google brown butter tomatoes. They say it tastes like lobster, and it does. I mean, not exactly, but it's absolutely delicious if you're looking for a unique way to eat your tomatoes, as if you need more ways. Definitely need to try this one, Brianna. Yes, me too. Terry's growing Tim's Taste of Paradise. No fruit yet, supposed to be like sun gold. I grew that one a few years ago. I was just talking to somebody about it the other day. The year that Brad Gates released it, which I think was 3 seasons ago. I got it. I was excited to grow it. And it was weird. Oh, somebody in the group put, I'm forgetting who it was, but somebody in the group put that they think they have the wrong variety because it was staying like a microdwarf. And that's how Tim's Taste of Paradise was for me initially. I'm like, is this a micro? What's going on? I wrote Brad. He did not write back. But I'm like, is it supposed to be like this? But eventually it did take off. Yeah, a lot of people claim that everything tastes like sun gold. I don't think that tasted like sun gold, but I did like it. It has a lot more tang to Terry sweet, but again, taste is subjective. But I did like it. They are very small. And I don't know if I just remembered this from starting the seeds. Those seeds were really small, really, really small. But yeah, I hope you like it. Truffle salt sounds decadent. Little goes a long way. I've got like a little glass jar. I wish I could remember the name. But if anybody really wants to know the type I get, private message me and I'll send you the link. And I think I spend it's a splurge. I think I spend maybe $35, but that one little jar goes a long way. And I don't put that much on my tomato sandwich. It's very fine grain, and but it does have the nice truffle. I think it's like 10% truffle in it. Good. Oh, the Russian one from before. Okay, now I get it. Thanks. I'm a little far behind here. Hope says, so true. One this year wasn't going to grow again or even taste again till my husband said it was good. Salt did the trick, right? Sometimes it just does. Oh yeah, Mary, that's a good salt too. Fleur de sel. Very, very good. Do you get the flaked ones that like melts on the tomatoes? I forgot about that one. That's a good one too. Yeah, I tried it last year, Jen. Don't bother. It's still not like Wonder Bread. I tried. I really tried. I love me sourdough. I'm just, I've eaten it like that since I was a kid, and sometimes you just like what you know. Although when I was a kid, we used to eat it with Miracle Whip. Anybody else like Miracle Whip? I don't do that now. It's Hellman's for sure, or Duke's. Duke's is good too. I think I like Hellman's better, actually, though. I know. Blasphemy, I know, for many of you down south, but it's true. I think I like Hellman's a little better. Has a little bit more tang to it, but Duke's is excellent. I so need to learn to make sourdough. I was going to say it's so easy. Getting started can be a little complicated. I don't even need to look at a recipe anymore. And it's just so good. Oh, that's what it was. Sugar on maters is a Southern thing. We had this conversation last year. Somebody else suggested it and said it was from down south. Oh, I wish I could remember. Now, my memory's coming back a little bit. Yeah, but I think I actually tried it with Rob. I could have done it on the air, but I think it was with Rob. Yes, somebody said their grandparent did it or something like that. Cool. Yeah, I should try sugar on brown sugar, tomato, and brown butter. Brown sugar. Did I say brown sugar, tomato? I meant brown butter. But yeah, brown sugar on the tomato would be great too. Ugh. Now I really want that. Okay. All right, let's move on. Oh, Akelia says, I'm glad somebody remembers what I did. You tried the sugar on the tomatoes with your Vilma plant on the shelf. Vilma, RIP. I do have a new one that's coming. For those of you that don't know, I had one of my favorite micro dwarfs is a variety called Vilma. Nothing special about it. They're just red cherries, but I think it's one of the most flavorful micros. I had a plant that was, I think it was 2.5 years old. I finally kicked the bucket a couple months ago. Thank you. So I did try it on the air. And I didn't like it, right? People are horrified at Miracle Whip. Sherman, you grew up with Miracle Whip too. I wonder if it was like a New Jersey thing. Oh, it's totally gross. So is, hey, Nicole. My mom used to make our sandwiches with that in the 80s. Yeah, my mom still prefers it for her tomato sandwiches. I do not. But Yeah, to each his own, right? That's not even a mayonnaise. They call it a salad dressing. Duke's is the best. I had no idea until I moved to Alabama. They're starting to carry it up here now, my local grocery store. They didn't a couple years ago, but last year I started seeing it infiltrate. Like we have a great grocery store, not that close to me, but like half an hour away. It's called Wegmans. They carried it, but even my local store 10 minutes away has Duke's now. So I guess it's making its way up north here. All right, those of you horrified by Miracle Whip. Missy says we do Miracle Whip instead of mayonnaise. It's a Kentucky thing. Yeah, I can't say I think Miracle Whip's gross. My mom used to make some other weird recipe with it. But I definitely have chosen my lane for my tomato sandwiches, and mayonnaise or Hellman's is it. I do eat tomato jam, so same difference. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And my tomato crack tomato crack is very, very sweet. No sugar in it, but it may as well have. It's very sweet. Heidi, my dad used to put sugar on his homegrown tomatoes, and he's always lived in Minnesota. Interesting. Sam says Duke's is in Walmart now in Illinois. Duke's has a terrific tang. See, it does have a tang, but not as much as Hellman's for me. It's very rich, though. It's good. It's really good. Oh, Lydia found Duke's at Aldi and Lidl, which was a surprise. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Andrew grew up on Best Foods, which I know is the West Coast name for Hellman's, but have been curious how it compares to Duke's. For me, it's been Best Foods or nothing. I'm with you. I'll have to do I think my son did a taste test last year. He really liked the Duke's. I think Rob and I preferred the Hellman's, but I'll have to do like a scientific taste test this year and see how we do. Okay, this variety is called Clementine Blue, and the photos just popped out at me because look at these colors. Has anybody grown Clementine Blue? Origin is unknown. Some sites said it's from Ukraine, but I'm not sure I can trust that information. Other sites say they don't know the origin, so I'm going to go with that. Tomato 5 who says rare varieties origin is unknown. Small round fruit from 80 to 150 grams for the larger ones. Orange yellow skin turning orange when fully ripe. Shoulders covered with traces of anthocyanin. Anthocyanin, for those of you that don't know, is the black at the top. A lot of times, if a tomato has anthocyanin in it, it will get more black based on how much sun it gets. Oh, just said that more or less present following direct exposure to the sun. Orange flesh marbled with red, juicy, and citrus flavor. Great development and determinate growth, regular foliage, good and regular mid-season production. Anybody grown this one? Sure is purty. Oh, hope you've never even tried Hellman's. How funny. How funny. Well, it may be difficult for you to make that when you've been used to Duke's all your life. I'm not sure that you'd prefer Hellman's or not. I don't know. I never had Duke's until last year. It was 2 years. No, I think it was last year. Idaho Garden Girl likes Hellman's, but it is in a plastic jar, and I'm trying to eliminate plastic. Are they all? I feel like the plant-based Hellman's I get is in a glass jar, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm trying to eliminate plastic, so I'm trying mayonnaise brands that come in glass jars. Nothing to recommend at the moment. I tried another vegan brand. It's like King something. It's usually found in the health food section. Not that great, but they come in smaller glass jars. Chastity, Duke's only for me. My grandma loved Miracle Whip. It's nasty. So is Wonder Bread, but I can't help myself. I can't even tell you the last time I had Miracle Whip on a tomato sandwich, though. I'm a mayonnaise girl for sure. Oh, Brienne, I've done this. I make all my grilled cheese with mayonnaise on the outside of the bread. Such a good trick. I have had a friend who worked lunches at the local elementary school. She was like the head and had people under her and all that. She told me that trick like 20 years ago. And it is a good trick because it's basically oil. So instead of like buttering both sides, just spread mayonnaise on it. It spreads so easily and it really does brown up nicely. Thank you for reminding me of that. And for those of you out there making a good grilled cheese, you can try it. Lydia, we made tomato crack and added some finely diced red onions and stracciatella, filling in burrata, and it makes a wonderful dip. I bet. With that stuff, I bet it's to die for. Heidi, are you saying you've grown this one? I have. Akelia, you talking about the sugar on the tomato I did not like? Yeah. I remembered I didn't like it, but obviously I'm glad somebody pays attention to what I do. Part of me thought it was on a live show, and then part of me is like, maybe I just did it with Rob. I think he'd honestly be kind of horrified about the idea of putting sugar on it, but I'll try things. I try new things all the time. You just never know. I have made my own mayo too, Jackie. It's so easy. It's basically the same thing as an aioli, although aioli I think has garlic in it. Yeah, if you've got a stand mixer or electric beater, it is easy for sure. It grew well in the green stalk. Clementine was my mom's name. Yeah, I've tried veganese too, Lydia. I still like Hellmann's came out with a plant-based one several years ago, and to me, I think it tastes exactly the same as the regular one. Yeah, you need eggs. These Garden Adventures. Hi there. Glad you're here. I need to make my own mayo too, and I'm able to get fresh yard eggs. Could I do a garlic, like an aioli on a tomato sandwich? I'm not sure. I would try it. But again, I'm a purist. Salt, pepper, mayonnaise, Wonder Bread. It's the white trash tomato sandwich. Grilled cheese with mayonnaise is a must. Never seen Duke's for sale. Hope to try it someday. Yeah, maybe it's coming out by you too. It really only hit our stores maybe last year. Oh yeah, my mom does this too. I use Miracle Whip in my macaroni salad. That is it. That is all. My father made us eat Miracle Whip on everything when we were kids because he liked it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my mom she hasn't made potato and macaroni salad in a while, but I think she uses Miracle Whip for sure. We don't even have Miracle Whip. I wouldn't even want to do a taste test with Duke's, Hellmann's, and Miracle Whip because Miracle Whip's like different level. While I do like it, it's not a mayonnaise, so I wouldn't want to compare because I already know how that one would turn out. It's very, very tangy. Duke's mayonnaise for sure, but I've become a fan of Follow Your Heart Veganese. I haven't had that one in a few years. Maybe I'll try it again. Oh, lettuce leaf basil. I bet that's good. I showed some red lettuce leaf basil on my tomato tour on Tuesday. Leaves are like this big, and I think I will try a tomato sandwich with it this year. I also make just like a tomato salad. I'll chop up cherries, beefsteaks, whatever, mix it up, use extra virgin olive oil, aged balsamic, truly aged balsamic. It's like 15 years old, salt, pepper, and basil. And it's to die for. It's basically a caprese salad without the cheese. I agree that Hellmann's has nailed it with their different mayonnaise tasting so similar, if not the same. That's why I get their light mayonnaise, a little healthier, not far off in flavor at all. And they have Dukes for sale in Idaho. It's making its way around. You Dukes evangelists are. Sorry, I just saw another comment. You Dukes evangelists are having the word come out. Mary, white trash tomato sandwich made me laugh. It is. It is. Although it's a white trash tomato sandwich with truffle salt and freshly ground black pepper. But other than that, Nicole says, I approve of Miracle Whip and macaroni salad. Well, it isn't. It says it's a salad dressing, right? Oh, Chastity, yeah, you put this in the group, not the sandwich, but the tomato. Had a leprechaun seriosa sandwich for lunch today. Is that spelling right? I'm not familiar with that one. I know there's a bunch of leprechauns out there. All right, so that's it for Clementine Blue. It's already 2 hours in. I'm going to do a few more, and then the rest I'll do next week because it's already 2 hours and I don't want to go too much longer. I really should rest a bit. This one's called Ledoux Special. Origin is from Canada, from Quebec, as a matter of fact. Dark pink fruit, beefsteak type that are 250 to 350 grams. The photos in the center and on the left are tomato faifu. The one on the right is I don't know. I don't even know I brought that up if I don't know. Terry Promise, I think. Terry Promise, which is, they have a lot of Canadian specialty ones. It may have been from this site, Terry Promise. See, I can just pull out tomato seeds whenever because they're all over here waiting to be logged. Yeah, it may be from that. Or it could still be from tomato faifu for all I know. I don't know. Let's find out about Ledoux Special. Fleshy, beefy flesh with very small pockets containing very few seeds. Excellent sweet taste. Very good production on a large plant. And then Terra Promise says, we don't know a lot about the history of this tomato, apart from the fact that it comes from Quebec. It's a potato leaf variety of tomato. The leaves, therefore, look more like potato leaves than those of a classic tomato. Of the beefsteak type, its flesh is generous, dense, sweet, dark pink in color, and contains few seeds. One slice is enough to fill a sandwich. This is a very productive variety that will ensure you an excellent harvest. Has anybody grown this one? It's super pretty. It is super pretty. It looks small from the photos, but when you read the size of it, you realize it's not quite, they're not quite 1 pound, 250 to 350 grams, but they're a good tomato sandwich size. I wonder if I can do tomato sandwiches with these. I can't because Rob and I have to taste them, but if you missed it yesterday, actually today is the first time I picked them. I'm finally getting some blushing. This is a variety called brown sugar, which will get more brown. I pick it first blush, allow to continue ripening on the counter. And this is Dean Slater's Jack in a Box, which is a dwarf potato leaf variegated. And then I tasted micro wine a little while ago. I've got a couple more coming up the ranks. I've got a cherry called Amazing Grapes, otherwise known as Lost Marbles Green. Those are starting to turn. So within the next couple days, maybe even tonight after I get off, maybe I'll do some squeeze and see. Excited to taste that one. I'm also growing a variety called Sun Green by the same makers as Sun Gold. It's another hybrid, just like Sun Gold. And I know I showcased this one on one of my shows way last year. And Heidi Jores gave me seeds. Thank you, Heidi. We had lunch together and she presented me with those seeds. She got them from Johnny's Select Seeds, I believe. And Sam says, yeah, all those Southerners rubbing their big fat tomatoes in our faces. I know it. Hi, Kim. Only pop in for a minute. Hey, guys, that's okay. I talked too much, had a lot to discuss. And I've only done 5 tomatoes, so maybe I'll do one more. Then we're going to end for the day. Make sure you type in hashtag tomato so you can win one of 8 prizes from Inspired Garden Life. I'm going to have to make tomato sandwich sliders or something. Ooh, you know what other bread I bet is good for sliders? King's Hawaiian. That's nice and soft like Wonder Bread. I bet that's good. Challenge accepted. No, we've missed you so much. Oh, thank you so much. You make me feel good. Are these tomatoes Lauren is growing or what? Nope. I don't think, other than micro wine, which I tasted earlier, obviously I'm growing that one. But no, these are varieties I logged on my spreadsheet today, things that I've had sometimes for a year or longer that I log on my spreadsheet. So I have the seeds for all of these, but I'm not growing them, not this year anyway. Although that Ruthye cherry, I think maybe going on my 2026 grow list. So that is Ledoux Special. And our last one for today is Black Passion, translates in Russian to chornaya, which is generally the word for black, stressed. And I put the picture of the leaf on the right because it's got these massive potato leaves, and they show an example. These photos are from a website vendor called Grow Your Health Gardening. I've gotten some micros from them over the years. I think they have an Etsy shop. Black Passion. I was confused on this one. I got seeds from Bad Skin's Garden, and I couldn't find information on it whatsoever. They had the spelling as TSCHORNAJA STRATJ. So I had to use Google Translate, and it must be a misspelling on their part because it really translates to basically that in Russian. But let's find out about it. Grow Your Health Gardening says, reminds me a lot of Cherokee Purple in looks and size, but ours had a different flavor profile in our trials. It had a little more acid undertones to it, to our taste buds. 70 grams dark chocolate brown with green shoulders. It's an indeterminate, heavy producing, 70 to 80 days to harvest. Flavor is rich, well balanced, slightly more acidic than Cherokee Purple. Thrives in soil or hydro. I think Grow Your Health Gardening is they sell things that they say does well in hydroponics. Although I grow their stuff, their micros in soil just fine. Meraki Seeds also sells Black Passion and says that they produce loads of mid-sized fruits, around 70 grams each, dark chocolate brown fruits, dark green neck, brown flesh with a rich, well-balanced tomato flavor, heavy yielder, indeterminate. You can tell some of these vendors borrow each other's descriptions. 70 days. Anybody grown this one? Oh, Brianna, you're growing Tutti Frutti Melon. I grew that. I think it was not this last micro palooza in the group. And if you're new to the group, we do it every year. It's just if you want to take part in it, no obligation, but we grow microdwarfs indoors during the winter. I was under the impression that Tutti Frutti Melon was not a micro. I knew it was compact. I thought it was a mini dwarf. Oh, yours is growing indoors too. How's that going? Mine got to be like 36 inches tall. And that was only in a 2-gallon grow bag, but it is tasty. It is very tasty. And I don't know if you've grown Henry Harringtons before, but that is one of my favorites also. That's a variety from New Zealand. To Brianna, this Tutti Frutti Melon is not a shorty. No, it's not, but it was tasty. I'm like, is this ever going to stop growing? Let me do one more. I have to get a green one in. I've been wanting to do this one for a long time. Dorothy's Green, which makes me think of our own Dorothy Wilkinson, admin of Pepper Lovers Collective and Swap, and nice person. This one's from the United States. Tomato Faifu says it's an heirloom variety. Fruits are 200 to 400 grams, beefsteak type, flattened and ribbed at the top center, amber green epidermis, veiling pink when ripe, vibrant emerald green beef, excellent, mild, sweet, and spicy flavor that only green varieties possess. Plant with moderate development, regular foliage, short and dense dark green, indeterminate growth, late, mid-season to late maturity, good and regular harvest. Anybody grown Dorothy green? Yeah. Shout out to Dorothy. Mary, mine too learned 3 feet tall. Dorothy's so sweet. I like her a lot. She's so helpful. She is a sweetheart. We're very lucky to have her. Oh, hey, Nicole. We're actually just ending up, so I hope you watch the replay back. I was a bit too chatty today, and so I'm going to end here, and I'll move the next ones to next week. Make sure your last opportunity to get write hashtag tomato in the comments. Thank you to Tim and Darylyn, and thanks for bearing with me on a particularly long episode today. Type in hashtag tomato in the comments. Just like this. And I'm going to draw 8 names. And if you are a winner, please contact me. Messenger is easiest, but if you need to email, you can do that as well. And so here's what they're giving away: 5 free t-shirts, 3 $25 gift cards. Thank you again to Tim and Darylyn. If you're not aware of their company, they're called Inspired Garden Life. And pretty much all the shirts I wear from them, pretty much all the shirts I wear are from them, including this one. They came out with a special Tomato Lovers Collective collection, which is just blows my mind. Every time I stop to think about it, I'm like, oh my God, they gave us our own collection. It's so kind. So they've got tons of tomato shirts, but they've also got birds, they've got nature, they've got chickens, seed hoarding, general gardening. They've got something for everybody. And let me just show you. Let me tell the sale. TLC Summer Savings, $3 off of all short sleeve tees. Use the code TLC20 for 20% off everything. Buy 3 shirts, get 1 free. And they plant trees for every shirt sold. So to find them, inspiredgardenlife.com. And they're great people. You want to support them. They've got a Summer Garden Life series, captures the whimsical spirit of everyday garden moments. Make sure you're getting in hashtag tomatoes while I read this, gang. They've got new bird ones. Somebody said they just bought a blue jay one. From cardinal companions to heirloom treasures, these designs celebrate the simple joys that make gardening life beautifully authentic and wonderfully weird. Thank you again for making these slides. I've got to tell you, I thought it was pretty good at graphic design. And then I look at your designs and I'm like, oh man. I mean, they're in a good way. They're so good. You have an eye for color for sure. I've been making graphics for years for my other group. And then this one, got nothing on you. Okay. TLC 20 for 20% off, $3 off all short sleeve tees. Buy 3, get 1 free. All right. So let's do the drawing. I'm assuming everybody has put in hashtag tomato at this point. So I'm going to have my email address scroll. The best way to reach me, honestly, is through Facebook Messenger. Not always the greatest about checking email, but I will. Tim and Darylyn can attest to that. They'll often text me and be like, I sent you an email. Okay. So please, I really can't hunt everybody down. So if you win, please contact me. I would appreciate that. Okay. First one. So we're going to give away the 5 t-shirts first. So the next 5 are this one. Oh, you know what I forgot? Hi, Brian. Congratulations, Brian. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. I feel like I was on here not long ago and figured out that I could change. Hang on, let me see if I can do it right here. Change the setting so it doesn't go so long. Spin duration. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's try this because it's like watching paint dry. Let's try something. Try 7 seconds instead of 15. Okay, Brian's first winner. Next one. Rach just rate. Congratulations. All right, I'm going to make it a little longer because I'm not sure with that time if it goes through all the names. We want to make sure it goes through all the names. Let me try this again. Maybe I'll try 10 instead of 15. That should be good. Or 11. 11 is my lucky number. Let's do 11. Okay. Next winner. Winner number 3. Missy. Congratulations, Missy. Number 4. We had like 105 live viewers at one point, so it's really exciting. Thank you guys for watching and for hanging in there with me. It's been over 2 hours. How'd that happen? It's supposed to remove you. Well, congratulations again, Rach, just Rach. All right. I thought it automatically removed. Maybe that's another setting. But we're gonna do it again. Yes, you're lucky today, Rach, just Rach. You should play the lottery. Dennis. Congratulations, Dennis. You're going to be styling. Either that or you're going to be a good husband and order something for Heidi. But they have men's shirts too, and they're very spiffy. Okay, so that was number 4. Number 5, 5th free t-shirt prize. If you haven't liked this video, I would appreciate if you did. That does help me out. Rowena, congratulations, Rowena. Okay, now we'll give away 3 $25 gift cards. By the way, for Tomato Talk Live tomorrow night, where we have Ashley Essikin from Gardening. I think I've mispronounced her name 3 different ways now. Essikin, I'm not really sure. Ashley from Gardening in Canada channel is going to be my guest with Jen, and John Kramer has once again, he gives away prizes each month. So generous. He's giving away a $25 gift card to Tomato Eden. So live viewers can have a chance to win that. Okay. All right. First $25 gift card. I see it hasn't removed names. Yvette Meyer. Congratulations, Yvette. It's number 1. Andrea Ruiz. Congratulations, Andrea. And the last one. If you don't know this, Inspired Garden Life, Tim and Darylyn do this. We started last month. They're going to be doing this and sponsoring the episode on the first Thursday of each month, except for this month. First Thursday of each month, they're giving away prizes just like this. Incredibly generous. Thank you, Tim and Darylyn. I don't know how many times I can thank you for your generosity because it's really outstanding. I'm grateful to know you both. And not just because you're generous, just because you're really good people. And everybody else that's ever ordered from them, or if you're a tank top tester, you know this to be true as well. Okay, last one. Hope. Congratulations, Hope. So you win $25 gift cards. And please contact me and I'll get you in touch with Tim and Darylyn. Or actually, what you need to do, gang, unless you've, for people that have left, just private message me your email address and then I pass that along to Tim and Darylyn. So that would help. So that's it for today, gang. It's really nice to be back. Thanks for bearing with my wackiness and over talking. Didn't think I was going to talk that much today, but I guess I had a lot to say. Make sure you tune in for Tomato Talk Live tomorrow night. Jen and I, like I said a few minutes ago, are going to have Ashley from Gardening in Canada on the show, talking about building and maintaining optimal soil health. And then she's going to be on hand to answer any questions you might have, not just about soil health, but if we have time for it. She's got a number of tomato videos. And she's just so much fun. If you don't subscribe to her channel, run, don't walk to do it now. And I guarantee you after tomorrow's episode, you will. Can't wait to hang with you, Jen. I don't know if you're still here or not. But it's been nice hanging with you for the past couple hours, gang. So much fun. My heart feels full. My soul feels full. It's really nice to be back with you all. I definitely felt a void and I was missing it. Oh, Tim says, thank you, Lauren. You rock. You rock. You guys rock. Thank you. Terry says, thank you to the sponsors. Yes, I agree. All right. Thanks, everybody. I will see you next week. Well, I will see you Tomato Tour Tuesday. Will be next Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm pre-recording them now, but we do the live premiere at that time at 4 o'clock. So I watch with all of you and can answer your questions. So that's Tuesday. And then again, next Thursday for Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. And that's it. Thank you very much, gang. Love you. Oh, and yeah, tune in tomorrow night. I will see you next week. Okay. Peace. Gratitude.